Another edition of the Spyder's Web live from the Bucks Room. I'm Spyder. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Spyder's Web on YouTube and Facebook. And on tonight's show, we're going to talk about the Yunel Escobar situation. I'm going to give you my thoughts about that, and you're more than welcome to do the same. Now, in yesterday's loss to the Blue Jays, Yunel Escobar hits a home run in the 9th inning. Now, that's not the problem. The problem was Escobar decided to take his sweet-ass time around the bases. Basically, Jose Molina could have beaten him in a race. Now, what Escobar is doing is showing up the pitcher, showing up the Blue Jays. On top of that, Escobar gets to home plate and does a save sign. Now, according to Escobar, he says he does this when he hits home runs. Now, he's only hit 4 home runs this year. This is the first time I've seen it. And according to RaysIndex.com, the only other time he did this was against the Blue Jays at Tropicana this year. Now, saying all that, the move in itself is classless. There's no reason for it. It's a meaningless home run. The Rays didn't win the game. They didn't win it on a walk-off. It's not an accomplishment. And I get the fact that this player is very frustrated because he had some of his worst years with the Blue Jays, and the fact that the fans were booing him throughout the game. But in the same token, you have to be professional. The fans can do whatever they want to. They pay their money. They can cheer. They can boo within reason. And they wanted to boo you yesterday. So, in order to act like a professional, instead of taking it to heart, instead of showing these fans that you really were affected by it, you should have just ran around the bases at a normal pace. There was no reason to celebrate. There was nothing entertaining about it. The only person that it appeased at that present moment was Yunel Escobar. Now, on top of it, Joe Madden comes out yesterday and says he's going to have a talk with Escobar, that this stuff is not going to go on again. Now, Madden changes his tune and says that there was nothing wrong with the whole thing. I respectfully disagree. Once again, it was a classless move. And I get it. And there's an unwritten rule in baseball. You don't show up the other team's pitcher and you don't show up the team. Because then you open yourself up to retribution. And what that means is a Blue Jays pitcher may hit Evan Longoria down the road. May hit Ben Zobrist down the road. And that may cost you one of these players to injury. Why? Because a selfish player wanted to do what he wanted to do to make himself feel better. That's unacceptable. Look, Escobar's had trouble before. He was one of the main reasons why a lot of teams stayed away from him is because of the off-the-field stuff. In fact, looking at some of the things in his past, he had eye black on last year, and there was a gay slur. He basically ran himself out of Atlanta because he was a nuisance in the clubhouse. So overall, this is not what the Rays are accustomed to. They take these players, they buy into the system, they cultivate the talent that's here, and they're usually a playoff contending team. And I think they can be. And I've gone on record to say that Escobar could be the most talented shortstop in the Rays' history. He could be as good as Jason Bartlett or better. He can hit 280. He can hit for power. He's got great defense. You wouldn't know it this year with his defensive lapses, but he still has that potential. My problem again is that the move was completely classless, and for Joe Madden to come out today and say that that's acceptable, I'm not buying it. So you tell me what you think about the Yunel Escobar situation.